Hello Captains, your host here, Brent Justice. Welcome to my gaming channel, Just Gaming for Us. Today's video is a Star Trek Online video. I'm going back and we're doing Omega. Now you might remember this character, you might not. It's been quite a while since I've made a video on this character, and I regret that, wish I had done it sooner. I have reasons. Right before I stopped playing on this character, we had the big Awakening release in Star Trek Online, that big update. So I covered all of that. And then I kind of took a break from the game. Not gonna lie, just straight out took a break from the game for a long time. But every now and then I would work on this character and have now a new ship on this character, which is what my goal was as of the last video. So the last video that I published with this character was all the way back in August. It was August 7th, so like 4 months ago. So it has been quite a while. That was video number 95. Definitely watch that. What that did was we ended the Delta Quadrant patrols, basically. We did all of the Delta Quadrant patrols leading up to that, and we finished the entire Delta Quadrant, like, gameplay playthrough thing. And now we're ready to go on to the Iconians. But I had mentioned in that video that I actually wanted to make a new ship, have a new ship on this character. And at that time, Cryptic was releasing some new temporal ships. Well, I tried one of them. I tried the Romulan one on this one. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I went a totally different path than I had originally planned. And I have a new ship now. So just to remind you, the ship I had previous on this character was called the Fleet Fayette Intel Warbird Tier 6. That's what I had previously, okay? But now I've got a brand new ship, and it's all decked out, and we're ready to begin new missions with it and all that. Let me bring up my menu here, and you can see what I'm flying. I'm flying a Morrigu Heavy Warbird Tier 6. That's what I chose. Remember, Omega is a tactical character, so I wanted to have an escorty type, tactically inclined ship that can move fast, turn fast, and deal a lot of firepower. He is also a Reman on the Romulan faction, but aligned with the KDF, so very complex character here. He's Reman, and technically he started with the Romulan faction, but he decided to align with the KDF faction. So, very interesting, you know, multiple layers there to this character. So this is what I'm flying, the Morrigu Heavy Warbird. We can read about it in the C store, or Z store, because that's what kind of ship it is. I had to purchase it in the Z store. And it says here that the Tier 6 Morrigu Heavy Warbird is heavily based upon the original designs of the fearsome Mogai Heavy Warbird. The Morrigu has been designed from the ground up to better combat the new Iconian threat. Very fitting, because we're going right into the Iconian missions next year. This starship features a Lieutenant Commander Universal / Intel Specialist seat. The Morrigu Heavy Warbird comes equipped with an ablative hazard shielding console. When activated, ablative hazard shielding grants a temporary secondary shield. Upon expiration, energy absorbed by the shielding is shunted to shields in the structural integrity field, granting a large hull and shield heal. The console also provides a passive boost to shield hardness and regeneration. Upon reaching level 5 in the Starship Mastery, you will unlock the Emergency Weapon Cycle Starship trait. While this Starship trait is active, using emergency power to weapons will also reduce weapon power cost and increase your weapon fire rate moderately. So, the hull strength is basically 44,000 at level 60, but mine's going to be higher. Shield modifier of 1. 4 forward weapons, 3 aft, 3 device slots. 1 Lieutenant Tactical, 1 Commander Tactical, so I've got that full Tier 3 Commander Tactical ability. 1 Lieutenant Commander Engineering, 1 Ensign Science, 1 Lieutenant Commander Universal / Intel. 5 tactical console slots, so as you can see, very powerful. 3 engineering, 2 science. 14 degrees a second turn rate, which is good for me. Impulse modifier 0.20. Inertia 60 plus 10 to weapon plus 10 to engine, so that's going to help my turn rate too. Can load dual cannons, Romulan battle cloak, and the ablative hazard shielding, and it uses the tactical Warbirds set, so it's got precise weapon systems, enhanced singularity circuitry, enhanced weapon systems, devastating weaponry, and emergency weapon cycle starship trait. I now have singularity abilities because it's a Romulan ship, so 40 base power for all subsystems, plasma shockwave, quantum absorption, warp shadow, singularity jump, singularity overcharge. It's decked out, man. Let me tell you, this is way better than that Intel ship, and here's the one I'm talking about, the Kohler Temporal Warbird. This is the one I tried right prior to it. This one was just released, I guess, 4 months ago in Star Trek Online, and I tried it on this character, this Romulan version. I just did not like that ship. It just didn't work for me in every way. But I am loving the Morrigu, however you pronounce it. I love it. So, here's my weapons setup I'm using. Basically, sensor-linked disruptor, so I'm using disruptor-style weapons here, disruptor energy, but they are sensor-linked. A Romulan hyperplasma torpedo. I've got sensor-linked. I'm using the complete Romulan set, or Reman set, actually. Reman deflector, Reman advanced prototype, elite fleet Thoron infused singularity core, Reman advanced covariant shield. So I've got the whole Romulan Reman set, you know. And then down here, everything else is maxed out, and I have the ablative hazard shielding. That's what it comes with right there. And then of course 5 tactical consoles maxed out with disruptor damage. So yeah, very powerful. And then here are the Starship Mastery unlocks, plus 5 accuracy, reduces cooldown on singularity, and plus 10 kinetic and plus 10 energy damage, and plus 2.5% critical chance. And then the 5th trait is the emergency weapon cycle, which is basically an increased weapon firing speed and reduced weapon power cost when you use emergency power to weapons. So all of that makes this ship really nice. Let me look and make sure my traits are set. Sometimes these disappear, so you have to double check and make sure your space traits and all that are still there, because sometimes they do disappear. So all that's in order, and I am using pilot as my primary. So pilot is my primary specialization, and then intelligence right now is my secondary, and I'm working on filling that out. But that's my secondary. So that's what I got going on this ship, and let me tell you, it's great. So let's beam up to space and look at it, and look at the specs on it, and then I'm going to do some patrols. We'll take it into a few patrols here, and I can just show you how great it is. And that's pretty much going to be this first video, is just showing you this ship. Just giving you an introduction back into my Omega character, and the fact that I'm now going to continue doing playthrough on this character, playing through all the missions. We're going to do the Iconian stuff. That's going to start in the next video. So here's what the ship looks like. I've got the... I have a visual shield? No, I have a visual impulse. I've got the Aegis impulse engine on it for a visual Aegis impulse look. For the shield, though, I am using the Reman covariant shield, so that's why it looks all shiny. I'm using the Reman shield on it, but I think it looks great. It looks like a mirror, like a greenish kind of mirror. I just love this. Love this look to it. It's the perfect look. I mean, if you were going to fly a starship in real life, I would want one that kind of looks like that. It just looks great. It's just got a great look to it. You know, I can't put it into words. It's just really good looking. Let's look at the specs on it now that we're in space. Remember, the hull was like 40,000 at level 60. I've got my hull up to 68,000, almost 69. So I'm not going to die real fast. But there is still a chance, because it's not an extremely high hull, you know, not like over 100,000 or something. So I still got to watch myself, but at least I'm not a paper escort where it just falls apart completely. Power transfer rate is 286%. My shields are at 17. That's also not bad for an escort. Shield regen there, hull repair 97% a minute. And my resists are in the lower 40%. My critical chance is 22%, and then my crit severity is 82. Accuracy is 35.2. If we go to impulse here, my turn rate, remember the turn rate was what, 14 or something? It's 33.6 degrees now with all the buffs I have. 33.6, so that's awesome. Remember, I have pilot, and the pilot adds, how much does it add? It adds plus 40% turn rate. So I'm getting a boost from that for sure. So those are pretty much the stats there. Very good for what this kind of ship is. It's not a paper escort, but it's not a cruiser. It's right in the middle, which is kind of cool. And I like the size of it. The size of it works real good. And here's my turn rate, which I find very acceptable. I mean, that's a good turn rate for a ship like this. This is a big ship, not big, but not small like an escort. So the fact that it can turn like that, extremely important to me, because I like being able to bring all my weapons to bear forward very quickly, and I can do that in this ship. The temporal one, I couldn't do that as easily, and its turn rate was not as good, and I did not like its turn rate. So I've got, you know, dual heavy disruptors up front and stuff, and then I got turrets in the back. So this is a forward firing ship. All of its firepower should be fired forward. So being able to turn like that is really important to me. I got 125 weapon, 66 shield, 53 engine, 41 auxiliary. As far as like activatable powers, you know, I got the basics, I got the good stuff. I've got, you know, tier 3 rapid fire, cannon rapid fire and stuff like that, which this is all this is meant to be. I don't need a ton of fancy features, but I do have a few noteworthy ones. First of all, this is the ablative shield hardening, or hazard shield that comes with this ship. This is the console. So it absorbs 14,687 points of damage for 45 seconds, and then upon expiration gives you plus 15,000 hit points and 6,000 shield regeneration applied once to each facing when it expires. So here, let me activate that and I'll show you what it looks like. It's got a great visual, so when it's activated, and you can see the cooldown time on it here, and when it expires, then it will give you that an extra 15,000 hull. Right now I got 68,000 hull. It should add 15,000 to that, plus regen my shield facings when it runs out. So let's see what that looks like here when it runs out. It lasts pretty long. Gotta say, it lasts pretty long. So this is going to be a nice feature. This is going to help keep me alive during those encounters with the Iconians, right? It's really going to help here. Should be expiring soon. 3, 2, 1. Expires. Heal. I guess it's not going to show up there in the whole thing, but let's say I was damaged. Let's say I was at like 80% hull or whatever. It would boost my hull by 15,000. So that will be quite nice when I use that. I also got a couple of other things from like traits and all. I've got surgical strikes, one of my powers. Let's actually show you my bridge officer powers. So here's my bridge officer powers. Yeah, right here. So I am using the Intel seating. So remember, you had a universal or Intel seating. I'm actually using some Intel powers here. So I'm actually utilizing what this thing is capable of uniquely. I've got energy weapon surgical strike 1, which is an Intel power. I've got electromagnetic pulse probe, which is an Intel power. And then override subsystem safeties, which is an Intel power. So I'm using tactical powers, engineering powers, science powers, and Intel powers on this ship. So I'm using the unique bridge officer seating that it actually has. So like that one, and then that one, and then I can't activate this one yet until I'm in combat, but it's great. A lot of good features on this ship, and I just love it. So really, the best way to show you my love for this ship is let's take it into combat. Let's do something that's kind of difficult here. Let's go to the new patrols that are out, the beta quadrant, the ones they just released kind of recently. These are a little difficult, or some of these are. They have a lot of enemies in here. I don't know which one's the best to do, but I guess we'll just try. We'll start with this one. Why not? Let's just go to it. I like these patrols because they're easy to go into, easy to start, and you have a lot of enemies to fight in these. So this will be a good test of our ship.
Looks like there was a...
We'll just bypass all the dialogue.
Is ready to assist you.
And we'll just get straight into it. How about that?
Lead the way, and the Shurgat will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
It don't matter. They won't get far.
I thought that's... Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
Warning. Ship
Modron got the Hirogen to come all the way out here?
Target shields
Almost
have
impressed.
failed. 4 shields failing.
See, you can see how much damage I'm already taking. So having the those abilities is going to be important for sure. Having that shield ability.
Target's shields have failed.
Oh boy. And I blew up. So you can see I'm still escortish. Escortish? Is that a word? I'm escortish. I can blow up easily. But not extremely easily, but I was kind of in a bad position in that one. I didn't approach the combat right there. But let's go in and try it again. Alright, so I want that and that. Now we're in a better position.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
There we go.
Target's shields have failed.
I should have used the probe on them.
Right shield's failing.
This is the Hirogen we're dealing with, and they are very difficult.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm playing in advanced difficulty. Duh. So I'm not. Remember, I'm not playing in normal difficulty here. I am playing in the advanced difficulty. So that's why this is a lot tougher for me. I'm playing all the missions and all the patrols in advanced difficulty. So if I were playing in the normal difficulty of the game, this would be a breeze. But I am upping the damage level here to my ship. So even with that, though.
There will be no deal. We want us all.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Still pretty good.
Shields have failed.
This deal gets worse.
Green diplomacy at its finest.
4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Well, these are the brain. So there you go. Now that I'm using my powers correctly here, as you can see, I tore through that pretty good. I do still have to watch my hull damage, but at least I've got that ablative shield thingy and other things. I just got to remember to use my. Remember to use my probe. That really helps me.
I'll tell you where the Deltan Crown jewels are hidden.
The Birmingham.
And these patrols are pretty tough.
There will be an end to the horror. Walk away.
Target's shields have failed.
I can't move. See, when I get a good hit on them, I can do a lot of damage.
Target's shields have failed.
See how fast I can bring them down.
4 shields failing.
When I got a good hit on them, I can definitely
Hull
bring them down.
integrity below 75%. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%. Hull
Okay, I'm gonna
integrity
die.
below 25%.
I was getting hit real hard there. Again, I'm in advanced difficulty, so that makes a big difference. But playing regular missions should probably be a little bit easier.
Target's shields have failed.
We're gonna find out anyway, because I'm gonna play them. We're gonna do all the Iconian stuff in this ship, because I do like it. It's got everything I'm looking for out of a ship. Yeah, see, I love this patrol because it's wave after
4
wave
shields failing.
of enemies.
Hull integrity below 75%.
They're down to a few ships. Keep up the pressure.
I'm keeping it up.
Hull integrity below 50%.
I need to back out, come back in from a different angle here. My hull. Alright, that ship's about gone.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 50%. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 25%. Four shields
I'm
failing.
dead. Pretty difficult patrol. Pretty difficult, especially on advanced. Just so many of them, and they hit really hard on advanced.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
But where'd that come from? Behind me? There we go. There's a lot of ships. But I do like this ship. Like I said, it gives me everything that I want out of a ship.
Well fought. Well, Modron's on here.
I'm happy with it. I'm actually pretty happy with it because this is a hard patrol and I have it on advanced difficulty. So that ups the difficulty quite a bit. And it's already a difficult patrol without advanced. So that was a bit hard. If we go do something else, let's just try, you know, a what is one that people run a lot? They run Defensive Starbase 1. That's run a lot. And we'll just do it in the normal. Actually, take that back. Let's do it in advanced. There we go. So we'll just do this one to round out the video here. But yeah, I love this ship. It just does everything I needed to do. It turns good. It's got the firepower I want. When we play the missions, I think it'll be a little different because you're not overwhelmed as much in ships like that patrol is. these new patrols really overwhelm you with the number of ships, which is a really good test to test your ship out. But as you can see, I still need to watch my whole strength. It can go down quite quickly. But I got the hazard shielding thing and other stuff, so I just gotta watch it. Just gotta keep an eye on things. Hopefully this will launch soon. If this doesn't, we'll just go do another patrol, because I don't want to wait. Let me tell you what, it's taking too long already. Let's just go do Argala. Everyone knows Argala. Let's go do that. Just to round out the video here with another battle. I wanted to give another perspective on the battle, but we'll just do this. Guess I need a unqueue for that.
Oop. Warning, ship is under attack. Target
You can see how quickly I can bring them down. Again, I'm on advanced difficulty, so it's still a little harder. But you can see I can bring them down quite well.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might
ship
come out of
is under
hiding.
attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
Target's shields have failed.
We will not go quietly!
Target's shields have failed.
There we go. Let's get the big carrier out of the way. See how quick that took that down. That worked out real well. Check that out. Oh yeah,
You
brought
will
him down
stand
real good.
down and surrender to the Benthen Guard. Sensors are
Can
picking up
use
small
my
habitations
powers
of some
too,
of the
like
asteroids,
that. I need to use.
possibly consistent with bolt holes.
I need to use
temporary
my
hideouts.
singularity powers more, because they really can help like that. I bet a electromagnetic probe plus my singularity jump would probably do a pretty good amount of damage. I need to try that combo sometime. When this gets cooled down all the way, I'm going to try that combo actually.
We do what we want, where we want.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I'm going to do it on the last group.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I don't think this is the last group.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
My singularity is fully charged, but I want to do it on the last group.
Target's shields have failed.
I'm taking you with me.
Alright, there's the last group. I'm going to try this combo. We're going to launch that, and then I'm going to fly in and do that. Pull them in with the thingy and have the probe going at the same time. That's pretty darn cool.
4 shields failing.
Don't know if it did a lot,
Hull integrity below
but it was cool
75.
anyway.
Integrity below 50%. Target's shields have failed.
See, I can kind of stay alive during intensities. If I activate everything, I'm alright.
Target's shields have failed.
Also, I've got my singularity. I don't use this much, but it's called.
Captain, excellent work.
It's called singularity
We'll send over a
overcharge.
pacification party, take the suspect into custody.
It's kind of like rapid fire. I need to use it more because
Thank
it
you for
actually.
your assistance, and welcome to the. There.
Okay, quit talking to me.
We have the suspect
Stop
in
it.
custody now.
Be quiet. I'm trying to talk. Okay, what I was trying to say was this singularity overcharge is actually a pretty cool ability. It's like rapid fire. I wonder if I use rapid fire plus singularity overcharge both at the same time, would that be like really cool? I don't know. But I want to try it. I want to try it. I need to try it. Maybe I'll do another little patrol here real quick. Won't do the whole thing, but just to build up my singularity charge and then use both singularity overcharge and rapid fire at the same time. I've got to try it. I'm going to do it. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go to one of these. This one? Let's just go to this one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my singularity charge. I'm going to hit override, or I'm going to hit the overcharge, and then I'm also going to hit rapid fire 3. And I'm going to do both at the same time. Is that going to be like super rapid fire? I've never tried that, I don't think. I have to try this. And then we'll end the video. We'll see what this does. I'm just curious. This is just for my own sake here. I don't know what's going to happen.
Good.
Hopefully I can build up a charge pretty quick.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Okay, I have a level 1 charge. Let's build this all the way up. I can't use that ability, so I need to watch it. Level 2 charge.
Target's shields have failed.
Level 4 charge. Alright, come on, come on, come on. I need another enemy. That's gonna drop if I don't get into combat. Come on, I need combat.
We did it.
Yeah. Give me combat. It's gonna start dropping. It's already dropping.
That rift's unstable. We need to hurry.
Klingon vessels are warping into your position.
Yes,
Warning.
give me combat.
Ship is under attack.
Alright, I need a big enemy to shoot, though. It's level 5, but I need a big enemy to shoot. I want a... like a...
Target's shields have failed.
a boss ship. This battle cruiser is going to be good enough. Oh, I can't activate this while that's activated. Oh, well, that sucks.
Target's
Well, there's
shields
my
have
answer
failed.
then. I can't use them at the same time because that goes inactive. It's going to be inactive until it cools down, and now I can use it. Well, now it don't matter. Oh well. Oh well. I guess it's not going to work the way I want it to. Well, anyway, as you can see, I'm having a lot of fun with this ship. I really am. Let's get out. So this is going to be a good ship to do all our Iconian missions in, so looking forward to that, and that's what I'm going to do next. So, again, this was just a video to show you where the character is at, what he's got. He's got a new ship, he's ready to go. And so in the next video, we are now going to start the Iconian War. So we finished the Delta Quadrant, and now we're going to the Iconian War, which is the next thing here. A lot of missions here. It's a very good storyline, very solid. There's going to be a lot to do here, so stay tuned for these next series of missions here. We'll start with the Iconian War and go all through that before we move on to the next stuff. And we're all going to do it in this ship, so that should be fun. There you go, everybody. Welcome back to Omega, the playthrough of this Romulan Reman KDF-aligned character, which I find very cool. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Check out Twitter at Brent_Justice for updates. You can follow me there. Also, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Brent Justice. This helps support the channel and also allows me to publish more and more videos.